moment he got into office, I'm convinced that the militant sector of the right sector parties of Ukraine let him know that you will not make a deal with Russia. There'll be no concessions to Russia. This is very dangerous. This is where this attitude that's very, very hostile to Russia has hurt us. The whole world is being hurt by this. And no one calls them out. No one calls them out.
So he's talking about the President Zelensky right now. And just so you know and understand how much of an absolute brain-dead moron Oliver Stone is in this interview. He says that right-wing parties basically are telling Zelensky that he's not going to make any concessions to Russia and not going to do anything with Russia. While Zelensky on 23rd or like 24th February 2022 was telling to USA, please stop like scaring our people. We're dealing with Russia, we're dealing with everybody, and you are constantly telling us that there's going to be a war, that Russia is about to invade you. Zelensky was telling this. And the second thing that you need to know is that in parliament of Ukraine, basically in Ukrainian Rada, they had one nationalist like party, and they had one parliamentarian representing that party. One single person out of 450. One person. So, again, what does Oliver Stone saying? That this one person, nationalist person, by the way, they're not Nazis, and nationalism and Nazism should be separated, which apparently Oliver Stone does not separate anymore. While I believe there might have been some Nazis in that party, it's still not Nazi party, and Ukrainian parliament never was run by Nazis. No matter how much Russian propaganda spreads this bullshit, there was one representative, one single person out of 450 that represented, even if you can put it like that, nationalistic party. Single person. And once again, just so we all clear on what Oliver Stone is doing, he's blaming Ukrainians that they didn't give any concessions to Russia, who annexed their territory, who were supporting separatists in Donbass and Lugansk regions, who were supplying weapons there. Russia, who was fueling this conflict. If not for Russia, there wouldn't be no conflict in the east of Ukraine. That's for sure. Nobody ever said anything about Russian language in Ukraine prior to 2014, and then prior to 2022. People wanted to speak their own language. Fine, there is Ukrainian language. Russian language wasn't national language, but it was okay to speak Russian. I did it when I visited Ukraine. Nobody ever said anything. There would be no conflict whatsoever in east of Ukraine, if not for Russia and Russia-backed separatists. And yet he's blaming Ukrainian people. Just think about what this moron is saying. Just think with your own brain what he's saying. He's saying that I robbed you, and you punched me while I was robbing you and I was trying to rape you. But you hurt me so much. The whole world right now is hurting because I was robbing you, I was trying to kill you, and you punched me in the face. Yet instead you should have given me everything. Yeah, give me keys of your freaking flat and all of that shit. What kind of a brain-dead, senile imbecile that is. Oliver Stone, for fuck's sake.